I'm Katie and I'm 15.
I'm Abby and I'm 11.
And welcome to the Piam Brown Ward.
So I came here 2013, so a long time ago, when I found a lump on my shoulder, so we were coming here to discover what it was really.
And I came this June to have a biopsy to find out what was wrong with me, and I've been here ever since.
I came here 2 days after I was diagnosed when I first came here, and it was quite late at night. It was probably about 5ish, and all I remember is being brought into a room, and I was just led there, and we were all in silence, my whole family. But yeah, it's quite a weird feeling, because you really think that when you get diagnosed with cancer, you're gonna cry and be, oh, this is horrible, but you don't. I didn't cry at all, and I just thought straight away that, like, you've got to try and, it sounds stereotypical, but you just think you've got to beat it, if you know what I mean.
So this is bed 8. This is for more isolated patients. There's a bed here and also a bed around the corner for the parent. So I think every room has an Xbox and an iPad for each patient.
Obviously, you spend a lot of time on the ward, so you really get to know all the nurses and they really get to know you. My favourite nurses are probably Liz and Jenny, because they're the ones that have most looked after me the most.
So this is the chalkboard. Right now it says Happy Tuesday on it because every day when I was in here for, I'd say, a week at a time, I used to write happy and then I used to write what day it was every single day. It's little things that make it quite happier.
Well, this room is probably one of the key rooms for me, because it's where I spent most of my time while I've been ill in this ward. Yeah, relatives can stay with you, any relative you want, mum, dad, auntie, grandma, grandpa, anybody really. As long as they're classed as an adult, they can stay in the room with you, which a bed is just in the corner of the room, just over there. I suppose it helps because when you're first diagnosed in that situation, you do really want your parents nearby, your mum or your dad nearby to look after you. You know, it's nice to be able to we're both laying in bed. I mean, maybe I was watching TV and mum was going to bed, or we're both reading our books, and at the same time we both say night and switch the light out and then go back to bed and go to sleep. And then in the morning, mum would be on hand to make me a cup of tea. I'm getting shown around BBC Radio 1.
Okay, this is room number 1, where I spent my first week being on the hospital.
Yeah, so with me, I spent my first session of chemo in here, and my hair started falling out in this exact room, and it went everywhere. Like everywhere.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah. At first, I didn't really know what was happening because I knew it was going to fall out, and we actually cut my hair in a bob at that time because we knew it was going to fall out. We just wanted it to be easier, but it was still a really big shock. And my dad actually spotted it coming out before, but I didn't know. But he didn't want to say anything because in case it was a bit, ooh, your hair's falling out. But yeah, it was quite a big step from what we were doing before.
Yeah, this is a day ward. A few memories, yeah. I mean, this is where you come after all your bone marrows. It's quite easy to sort of drift off into that place of being at a beach, and it's sort of a happier place for you. So you forget about the pain in your back, and you forget about being in hospital, and you're in the beach almost again. You can feel like the sand between your feet and the sea, like you can hear the sea swashing and all that, and it's very nice to be able to take yourself away from the situation you're actually in.
So this is the parents' room for the parents to get away from all the mayhem that's happening.
It's really, really homely with just the normal sofas and chairs. It's not all hospitalised. When you come in here, it's like a break from the hospital. Even though you are in the hospital, it's just a getaway. This is the kitchen, which it's mostly used by the parents because obviously when kids are staying in for a longer amount of time, the parents obviously need to eat so they can cook their meals, or the children can have their own food instead of the hospital food if that's what they preferred. I'm not actually sure what Abby is doing, but this is the interactive floor, which you can change all the settings and sounds, and things can pop up, and the kids love trying to jump on all the little fishes, and there's all sorts of things going on.
So I do like school. but it's always different here, but not in a bad way. The teacher here, named Alison, she contacts my teacher at school, and they will like share work in between like each other, and I'll get the work from there, so I can keep in contact what my friends are doing in normal school.
This is the teenagers' room where most of the teenagers and Abby hangs out. They're supposed to be for teenagers, but like, do you know what I mean? If you want to come in, you can come in. This jukebox is definitely one of my favourite things about the hospital, because you can just play any playlist you want, and you can just sit on the sofa and just relax and text your friends, and it's just really good. And when my brother comes and visits me, he won't leave the jukebox alone. Like, you know, it distracts him because obviously he's young and he doesn't really understand, you know, like why everyone hasn't got hair and stuff. But with all the distractions like the jukebox and the smart TV, it makes it a lot easier for him, as well as also the other patients coping, especially when patients are new here and they're not used to all this kind of surroundings. When they've got a room like this, which is close to what they'd have at home, it makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah, the support system when I first arrived was amazing, and all the play leaders, everybody that worked here was all sort of introducing themselves to me, and they were telling me what was wrong with me, explaining things really well so that me, mum, dad, everybody and family could understand them, because obviously we're not all medically trained, so we don't know the terminology, but we could all understand from the way they were telling us of what was going on in me and what was going on in my body. And the way that everybody supports you, the nurses, the play leaders, like I say, everybody that works here, it's phenomenal really, because they almost become like family to you.
Yeah, it's really good because we can just relate to each other, and sometimes when I try explaining how I'm feeling to my friends, they never fully like understand. Like if I'm not particularly ill but I just say I'm tired, they don't really understand, because there's tired and there's like chemo tired, and obviously like Abby can relate, and obviously if like, you know, you just make so many friends here because obviously we've all got one thing in common.
I've made a lot of older and younger friends. It's very easy to make friends because you just chat and then you're friends. It's very easy. You have to explain loads and loads and loads to your friends, but people in here, they just get you. It's really nice. You turn to them and they understand. Yeah, it's really nice.
I was actually in the opposite bed to Abby, so I've made really good friends with her, and also another boy called Toby, because he's a similar age to me and he had the same like cancer as me, so we had a lot in common, and now we talk every day. Like, I think the friends you make in here are like the friends you make for life.